What's up, guys? I'm Austin, and welcome to my North American LCS mid-split power rankings. I'll be taking a look at teams and how they've performed through Week 4 and preview what's ahead in Week 5 and beyond. Now, real quick, I want to mention that all stats in this video are obtained from LOL Esports or oracle.elixir.com. I'll link those below. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the obvious 10th place team, and that's Envious. Envious is a team who has only won one series this split, and they have the lowest total kills of any team. There's not a lot going right for them right now. I think their MVP so far has been Apollo. However, having said that, Apollo has the third lowest kills of any North American AD. So I think there's not a lot going right for them now. I think Apollo is a very consistent and reliable player, but I don't think by any means that he is an all-star player. I don't think he's got that it factor, and so as a team, I think they're having trouble finding someone to rally around and lead them. I don't see Envious escaping 10th place. I just think teams in front of them, while other teams like Liquid and Dig have really struggled, I think they have too much talent on their rosters to lose to Envious and fall into this 10th place trap. Now, speaking of Liquid, I have them ranked 9th. Now, Liquid is a team I definitely did not think I'd have 9th. I thought they'd be a lot higher, personally, especially with the addition of Rainover. Rainover has 71 kills, so he's doing his part. However, Liquid as a team is tied for the second most game losses, and they have, I think this is the biggest reason why I have them 9th, is they have by far the largest gold differential at 15 minutes. They are down an average of 1,579 gold at that 15-minute mark. I think they're losing these games quickly. They can't get off to a good start, and it's very hard to rebound when you're so far behind that early on, just from an in-game standpoint as well as a mental standpoint. Now that gold differential, that negative gold differential, is more than double the next closest. So I think they have a ton of issues that need to be solved right now. I don't think the final 4 or 5 weeks of the split is enough time to solve those issues. Like I said earlier, I don't think they're in danger of falling to 10th place. However, I can't see Liquid getting above 8th. But for right now, I have them 9th in my power rankings. Now, 8th in my rankings are Dignitas, and I think a lot of people might have these interchangeable. Dig and Liquid, that is. Dignitas is a team I think that a lot of us had higher expectations for, maybe similar to Liquid, with the addition of Someday and Chaser. I think a lot of their troubles have to do with, first of all, underperforming players. I think Someday and Chaser are to be held accountable for that. I think we expected a ton more out of Someday, a great laner. But I think the real issue is that bot lane, Laud and X Special aren't really a threatening force down there. I know they subbed that X Special for another support last week in one of their series, and I'm not sure what's happening with Dig right now. I think they have a lot of potential. I think they can easily, if they got their act together, get into the playoffs. I have no doubt in my mind. But for right now, I don't have a reason to put them above 8th. Now, 7th, teetering on that final playoff spot, but not quite there yet, is Immortals. Now, Immortals is led by Dardoch. He's got a 70% kill participation rate. He's got 77 total kills and 100 assists. Now, despite what he has been doing, they have the third lowest total kills as a team, and they have the second worst goal differential at 15 minutes. I think they've gotten off to a disappointing start, but they have had some roster changes, obviously. Dardoch coming in for Rainover, and Huni leaving and being replaced by Flame. Also Wild Turtle and Adrian leaving for Phoenix 1. Cody Sun as Wild Turtle's replacement hasn't quite taken off yet, but he is young, he is a rookie. I don't think it's time for them to hit the panic button. I think all of those reasons are, I think they're not, there's no good reason to be underperforming, but they are the most comforting reasons. The new synergy, young players. I think Immortals can easily sneak into the playoffs. They could, very well have a great second half to the split. For right now, I have them ranked 7th because I don't think at the moment they're better than any team I'm about to mention, but in maybe 2-3 weeks, they could easily be at least 6th place. Now, holding that final playoff spot for now, in my opinion, is CLG. CLG is a roster that has stuck together for 3-4 splits now. They've got that consistent bot lane of Stixxay and Afro. I think that's one of their biggest strengths. Yes, they have been underperforming this split. I honestly am not sure why. I think it's perhaps just the fact that other teams at NA have gotten better, and maybe they haven't moved, and maybe they did need to make some roster adjustments. There's a lot more talent in the region now. I don't think anyone thought Phoenix 1 would be this high. I don't think anyone thought Echo Fox would be this hot right now. And so I think CLG is dealing with that. They're coping with that. I do think they're better than Immortals right now. However, I would consider CLG and Immortals to be very close with one another. I do think CLG could fall out of the playoffs. I think they need to be careful. I'm not ready to discount them yet. Now, Echo Fox has been, in my opinion, the most pleasant surprise so far. I'm very happy for this organization. I think their fan base is perhaps one of the fastest growing of any NA teams because of how lovable their owner is as well as their players. Acadian, their rookie jungler, leads all total players in kills. All NA LCS players he leads in kills. The only concern I have with Echo Fox is the lack of veteran leadership come these late weeks, these important weeks to determine who makes it into playoffs. I think Froggen obviously has the experience. He's been around forever and he's great. He is, in my mind, the Peyton Manning of the LCS. However, no one else on that roster is really incredibly experienced. I think if something were to falter, it could really begin a domino effect. I think they're a team that falls into streaks. I think they go on big streaks, winning streaks, losing streaks. And I think if they start losing a lot come these final weeks, they're not going to rebound. However, at the moment, the way they're playing, the way Acadian's playing, the way Froggen's playing, I can't see that happening to them. And so I have them ranked 5th. Now in 4th place, I have Phoenix 1. Phoenix 1 has been great. They're led by, really, in my opinion, Nori. We saw Nori last summer as a rookie. He's really finishing his first full season as a rookie by playing this spring because he did not play last spring. He has a 71% kill participation. He's got great synergy with everyone on that team, the solo laners, Zig and Ryu, as well as their bot lane. I think a lot of Phoenix's one success is thanks to Inori as well as Arrow, the Rollster import. They've been great. Again, similar concerns to Echo Fox in that maybe the lack of veteran leadership when it comes to that team. I know Arrow has had a lot of success. I know Adrian has had success domestically, but overall, I think there are teams behind them that do have a little bit more veteran leadership. They've got that it factor. But I think they've positioned themselves well. I think by being this high, I think by having this good of a record, I think they're in a very safe and comfortable spot. As long as they keep doing what they're doing, I can't see them falling far. Now, FlyQuest is a team that I think is surprising us all. I know in preseason rankings, a lot of analysts had FlyQuest 9th or 10th. It was a very haphazardly put together deal at the end of the, winter period there. It wasn't supposed to be a contending team. It was supposed to be a group of these old, coming out of retirement guys who are just going to play in the LCS for a split, maybe get replaced, maybe get relegated, who knows. But they've still got it. They've shown they still got it. And the biggest surprise of them all has been Moon. Moon was not one of these original C9 guys. And I definitely didn't think I would be saying that he is this great so far in this split. I didn't think I'd be saying that ever, regardless of this split, any split. He's got 102 kills. That's the second most among all players. Now, FlyQuest as a team only has 5 total game losses, and they have the second fewest deaths. Now, I know a lot of you probably have FlyQuest ranked second. I am going to get into why I don't in a minute when I talk about TSM, but they will face TSM this weekend, obviously. They could easily be second. Their stats show it, their gameplay shows it, their in-game synergy supports it. I mean, they have it all going for them right now. I think they are a playoff lock. Now TSM, the reason I have them ranked ahead of FlyQuest is because I think they'll beat FlyQuest this weekend. TSM has only dropped a series to Cloud9, which everyone has, and Echo Fox, who's very hot right now, and that was a recent loss to Echo Fox. Now, they have played the most games of any North American team at 21, and I do think they're still led by Bjergsen, obviously, that in-game shot calling ability as well as the mechanics. He's got the second highest kill participation rate of all mid laners. However, as an individual, he hasn't been CSing great. I think that we've seen a slight decline in his individual in-game playmaking ability because of these other responsibilities that he's had to take on. And perhaps that is limiting what he is able to do as far as these big plays. I think also the addition of Wild Turtle over Double Lift is cutting down on the explosive play factor. Double Lift is just a more aggressive player. Wild Turtle plays it a little bit more safe passively, and I don't want to say smart, not to say Double Lift wasn't smart in lane, but he does, I think he plays a little bit more calculated, doesn't take as many risks as Double Lift does. I think TSM is expecting Svenskeren to step up, Hanser to step up, and I think they will. For me right now, it's hard to put them outside of the top two because both of their losses, in my mind, are very quality losses, and they have not lost a FlyQuest yet. I think they'll take them down this weekend. But again, if they lose the FlyQuest, these two teams easily flipped, second and third. Like FlyQuest, I think TSM is a playoff lock. I'm not sure there's any debate about that. Now in first, and I think the undisputed first place team is Cloud9. Cloud9 is led by Jensen, who in my opinion is the overall league MVP. He's got a KDA of 7, performed phenomenally. That whole team has performed phenomenally. I think contracts coming in for Meteos has been a great, I'm not sure, surprise. I don't think anyone really doubted Contract's ability. I'm not sure we thought he'd get off to such a strong start. That team is clicking right now. They haven't lost. I can't call when they're going to lose. Maybe the Phoenix one. It could be a great series, but I'm not going to bet against Cloud9 right now. I don't think there's really any dispute that they're the #1 team. Now, a quick interesting fact about Cloud9 is they take the first tower the fewest amount of times out of any NA team. So they're not really striking first as far as these lane pushes go, which I thought was very interesting. They're playing a very calculated, methodical game that they set their own pace to. Now, my mid-split all-stars so far. In the top lane, we have Impact, and it's incredible. He hasn't even played a full split, really. He's been subbed out for Ray in some games, but his numbers are phenomenal. His synergy within that team is phenomenal. Acadian is my mid-split all-star in the jungle role, and he is also my rookie of the split. I talked about Acadian earlier, leads all players in total kills. I can't see anyone else taking that spot right now. Perhaps Contracts, perhaps Inori. In my mind, it's Acadian. Jensen I also talked about. I think his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, he, in my mind, is the overall league MVP. Arrow is my mid-split all-star AD. He and Phoenix One have had a great start. He individually has been phenomenal. I don't know how much of that is contributed to Adrian. I know Adrian's a very talented support. But, I mean, Arrow on Rollster was great, and it looks like Arrow on P1 is also going to be very, very good. Now, Smoothie is going to round out this roster in the support position. Supports, I think, with top laners have been a little lackluster this split. Maybe not performance-wise, but to watch, I think. It hasn't been as exciting as it normally is, but Smoothie's numbers are great. He's playing well. I mean, other than maybe Biofrost or Adrian, I really don't see who I would give this to. Smoothie's performing great, and I think he deserves to be a support all-star. Now, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more LCS content, and enjoy the second half of the split.